can you tell me if people are joining us? I know everybody will be able to watch this on replays. So if you haven't put your kids to bed or your children won't come inside because it's so lovely out. I was going to say it's lovely outside. There am I with all these hankies because I've got hay fever. But we are...
See my boy out this window so I can see what's going on.
Honestly, it's cracking the flags. Cracking the flags, so to speak.
Sharing it to more groups that we're live.
Just for showing it to a few groups, so we're live. You can see it's not just an echo. He is in the background.
So I think we've got a few people on Zoom already in.
We've got a few people on the Zoom already in.
How do I see everyone, or can I not? I don't want to touch anything in case
No, I can see who's in.
I can't see. I see you. I can't see who's in the room.
Can't see. Right. Okay.
No, and I daren't touch a button because if I do, so it's probably best I don't hear, if I'm being honest. We'll let Jasper do the technical side of things because I'm absolutely useless. So we are, let me check my phone, 1 minute past 8, so I'll give it another 30 seconds because we only have 30 minutes with Josephine De Nardo. So how are you and how is Scotland?
Roasting hot. It's been 30 degrees. We're not used to it.
No, yeah. I have to say, driving back this afternoon and my car was saying 30 degrees. I was a little bit like, okay, that's a little bit warm.
Well, we are absolutely not kitted out for it. It's been, if you're in work, it's miserable.
Ah, we don't get the sun on our building.
Well, I've got aircon, thank God. But I've only got it in my room. So everywhere else is roasting, I'm fine.
You're fine. Well, I mean, that's just obviously the priority, isn't it, really? Sorry, everybody else. Sorry. So, yeah. Okay, right. We have, I'm getting thumbs up from Jasper to go ahead. So welcome everybody to tonight's 30 Minutes with. We have 30 minutes and at 30 minutes we go. But I am going to welcome the amazing and just lovely Josephine De Nardo, who I've known for many years, and she's just, oh God, when I met her, she just had this passion and enthusiasm for, to learn. Work ethic was just absolutely fantastic. So, but you don't want to listen to me because everybody's bored of me. So Jojo, as we all know and love you, can you tell us a little bit about, tell us about yourself, what you do and your journey so far, okay?
Okay. Well, thank you, Debbie, for introducing me. So my name's Josephine, but everyone calls me Jojo. And everybody on Facebook might only know me as JDN Micropigmentation. I'm the owner of Thornbridge Clinic, which is based in Scotland, Glasgow, and proud to say that we are the only Goldeneye affiliate academy in Scotland. So far, the first. I've scarily been a beauty therapist for 24 years. And my my permanent makeup journey, I would say, started way before that. I was actually the Saturday girl in a clinic in a salon that specialised in micropigmentation. I was the Saturday girl making the tea, cleaning up, helping, running for the lunches. And I used to get as a treat to go in and watch my mentor tattoo brows. And I just loved it. I was fascinated with it. And then, legally or not legally, at 15, I had my face tattooed. And I phoned my mum one afternoon and asked if I could get it done. I don't think she really knew what she was agreeing to, so she said yes. And I came home with a full face of permanent makeup at 15. Luckily, the lady that did it's a family friend.
Yeah, I mean, that's an ordeal in itself.
So Oh, I know, but I'd watched it for so long, and I always thought one day I'd love to do that. Anyway, long story short, I didn't ever pluck up the courage, if you would say, because I had a very successful career working in the cruise ships as a spa therapist, and I ran and operated my own salon for many years, and had a really nice, comfortable setup. And I was good at what I did, and I had a great reputation. And then one day the boat got rocked when I was offered an opportunity to stop working my butt off and have a bit more work-life balance and go and learn permanent makeup. I didn't want to do it. I was too scared. I was thinking, what if I make a mess of someone's face? And I was given the security, which I was so lucky. If you go and learn it, I had a place to work that was not my own. So my thoughts behind that was, well, if I make a mess, I can leave. And the other stroke of luck, because I know it's not the same for everyone who goes in a beginner's course, I had no clue where to start looking for training or what to do. And I'm just so fortunate that the person who was egging me on and sending me to do my course sent me to Debbie, because it gave me the best start. I dread to think what would have happened if I had to find my own way. So many people in that position either give up or have to stop for various reasons. So I've been with Debbie from the very beginning, which I think has been a massive help.
Oh,
so for a couple of years, I just worked part-time. I kept my salon on. And then when I realised I'm okay at this, I've not made too big a blunder on anyone, I might like doing this every day, I decided to walk away from my clinic and rent it out and go work in the place that I was doing permanent makeup in full-time. Full-time loosely, because I was never there full-time, but I did go there. That was my only job, and I loved it. It gave me a great time working and a great time spending time with my family, because I didn't need to be in the crazy hours that I used to do at beauty. After that, I learned how to teach. After about 5 years, I went on some teaching courses and did some different certifications at college and whatnot to become an educator, because I was still thinking I might not be very good at this. I might need to go and work in a college. I might need to do this. I might need to do that. I had no idea that it was all going to fall into place one day and I was actually going to be teaching permanent makeup. So COVID changed a lot of things for me, and as a result, I ended up full circle back in the salon that I started, refurbished, renamed and repurposed, because now we don't do any beauty, we only do permanent makeup and laser, and we only use Goldeneye.
that's fantastic. It's weird that you say, I don't feel I was good enough. I don't feel I was good enough. It's quite a common theme that we all suffer at some point. Well, at some point, always, with imposter syndrome, don't we? And it's like, oh my God, because, but the fact is, you have no reason to feel like that whatsoever. So,
To feel that though, because I think if you get too big for your boots, that's when you start to make mistakes. So I think it does you good to be on the edge a bit.
Oh, 100%, yeah, 100%, yeah. So, what would you say is, well, I don't know whether you touch base on this, the most memorable moment in your career, do you think, so far?
So it sounds a bit soppy and sapped, but the best that I think, apart from the obvious, putting the keys in the door to my own clinic and teaching and doing clients, the best bit was being asked to be a Goldeneye Ambassador and an affiliate for the training academy, because again, I just thought, you sure? You just saying that? So, but I would say memorable moments, believe it or not, if someone says, tell me 10 amazing things of your career, I'd really struggle because I've enjoyed everything. But if someone said, tell me 10 times that stick in your head forever, they're probably the bad things, or the things that haven't gone to plan, or the things that I have made an arse of. And then it's the memorable part is, well, how did we fix it? What did I do? And how did I get over it? And I can remember someone saying to me a very long time ago, one day when I was sitting in the clinic in floods of tears with my client, who was also in tears because I'd made such a arse of her eyebrows. And someone said to me, look, we're going to fix it. It's not a problem, but you need to man up, because to do this job, you need to have a set of balls. And if you've not got them, put your stuff down and go home. It's fine. But you're good at it. Big girl pants on, get it done. And that's best advice ever.
Absolutely. And we don't do this without a mistake, without ever making a mistake.
We all do. And if anyone out there tattooing says that they haven't, and it doesn't need to be a mistake, something you've done wrong, it's just something that's unexpected, an unexpected circumstance that's cropped up during, after a treatment, whatever. If anyone says, no, I'm perfect all the time, then they're a liar.
Yeah. I agree.
We all go home sometimes going, thank God that went okay.
Yeah. I can remember you saying, because it was brow, a lot of it to start with was brows, wasn't it? Where you were working before you had your own place. And you had this, I want to do the eyeliner. Do you remember?
In that, and my reason was valid, I think. I wanted Debbie to be my eyeliner mentor and make me brilliant at eyeliner, because I worked alongside two very, very, very good artists, and they were amazing at eyebrows. And I thought, there's no way I'm competing with that. There's just no way. So if I can't beat them, I'm just going to do something else.
Yeah.
Now I can compete. But at the time I thought, no, just zone in on a different thing. And I'm glad I did, because those two artists did not do eyeliner and did not like doing eyeliner. So it gave me that little bit for myself, and it let me build my confidence that way.
So what would you say today? Do you have a favourite treatment?
So I always used to say eyeliner, because that's what I wanted to be doing the most of, because I thought, well, that's my baby. But I love doing brows, because when anyone who does eyeliner knows you're walking a tightrope. Sometimes you're sitting there and you're tattooing and you're thinking, oh my God, I'm on the edge of my seat, I'm holding my breath. I don't get that with brows. Brows is a nice relaxing pastime that I get paid for. I used to hate lips because I was crap.
Yeah.
But then I came down to you and you sorted me out, and I think I've finally got the hang of it. Sometimes I still look at pictures and I zoom in and I go, oh my God, but then I see the healed result and I think that's fine. I think everyone's too critical of themselves. I even go home chuffed to bits with something that I've done, look at the pictures, zoom in, and I've got to stop myself phoning the customer to say, could you come back? That's something that I want to fix.
We do have to be a master of everything though, don't we? We can be thrilled to bits with something we've done, look at the photos afterwards and we go, my work didn't look like that. You know, so yeah, that I've never got right, the photography side. But yeah, what do you think is one of the biggest lessons you've learned, do you think?
I don't know, probably don't ever get complacent. And I wouldn't say it was a lesson I learned in permanent makeup, but I just think with anything you do, you don't, no matter how good you are, you're only as good as the last thing you did.
Yeah.
So, you know, and every person that you see is the face. So I think just, you know, life lesson, treat everyone the way that you'd want to be treated. That client on the bed's your priority, not that you're going to do the school run or you've not had your lunch or you're, you know, running late for your next client or whatever the case may be. That person's priority, and just don't get complacent and don't get too big for your boots, because every now and again something will happen that will put you right back in your place.
Oh, absolutely. Could not agree more with that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, couldn't agree more. And we have to remember, I think people only post their best work, don't they?
I don't. I post some shockers on there to show people, look what happened. don't panic if this happens, because wait till I show you what she came back like.
Okay, right. Yeah.
But no, I like to post the kind of, I wouldn't say graphic, but I post things that you would absolutely die if it happened to you when you were a beginner. And,
Okay.
you know, like big bruised lips and all sorts of stuff. And then you think, but then look what happened. It was fine.
Yes, I have to say, I don't have time to go through everybody's social media, so I didn't realise you did that. But actually, do you know what? You will have clients that bruise, and it happens, and bruises heal. It's that simple, and everybody has a little panic unless you have been around a little while, and then you realise that, well, the bruise will heal, and then it'll be absolutely fine. So, yeah. So, especially with older ladies, more mature ladies with thinner skin. So tell us a bit more about your training courses that you offer.
So I like teaching beginners. I know that a lot of trainers don't, but I really do. It's a challenge. I love it. I do beginners, powder brow, beginners, hybrid, and beginners hair stroke courses. We do eyeliner and lips, but not for, we do eyeliner and lip training for beginners, but not if they've never picked up a machine. They have to kind of be doing it 6 months or so before. You didn't do that with me though. You flung me in at the deep end. You made me tattoo eyeliner first.
Yeah. So
that's because I was on about it though. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Well, no, that's how we did it, because you had back when you did it, we did 4 days, then you had a month of practicing, and then we did 4 more days. Do you remember? And all your pre-study as well. So, which we had to change. Unfortunately, sadly, we had to change. But I because of demand, basically, people weren't booking and eyeliner is the shortest time, you know, for a lash enhancement. A decent sized lash enhancement is the shortest time, and it is when you're thinking about the techniques that you're using, you're not having to do multiple techniques and things. So yeah, it's in at the deep end. However,
but it means you're not worried about the rest, because you think, well, I can do that. But anyway, I will not teach someone eyeliner or lips until they've been doing brows for 6 months. I would probably be swayed if someone just wanted to do lips. I think I would maybe entertain that, but I would prefer it if they could do brows first.
yeah.
I do mentor days. I do conversion courses from microblading to machine.
Yeah.
We do troubleshooting courses. So basically I let the student write the learning outcomes. What do they want to achieve in this lesson? And then I build the lesson around them.
Yeah.
And also do colour essence 1 day training.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, brilliant. So that, to carry on with that, obviously colour essence has been around a few years now. Tell me what you like about it.
The viscosity of it. I like the liquidy texture of it. I don't like working with pigments that are thick. I know there's a couple of them that are a little bit thicker. Yeah. But I bought myself a fantastic little thing on Facebook, which I'll post on the page, not on Facebook, on Amazon, which actually shakes your bottle for you. It's brilliant.
Oh.
So that really helps.
Yeah, we have one in the office, and Jasper literally shakes them before they go in the boxes. Yeah.
I love the simplicity of colour essence, because I've used a few different ranges. I've used inorganic and organic, but I love the fact that there's, when it comes to brows, there's 12 colours. You've got the flow chart, especially for beginners, that, you know, it's foolproof. You cannot go wrong. And once you've learned those colours that are in the starter kit, then you're going to be able to say that I'll pick up this one or I'll pick up that one and see how I can use it. And some days I'll make a little mixture up that I think, well, that's nice, I've not used that before, and you know, and then I've got a new favorite for a couple of weeks. So I love the simplicity of learning them. And I love obviously the fact that they're all the standard of the hygiene and the MRI safe and the no metals, and you know, I love all that. But for me, the goal is using it, teaching it. I just love the simple, no faff, no fuss. And I love that I can show my clients the first few hair strokes and say, do you like that colour? That's the colour they're going to be when they're healed.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
I'm not getting any crazy surprises when people come back.
Yeah.
But what I'm not liking is I'm not liking that I'm not seeing my clients as regularly, because their brows are staying nicer for longer and they're not needing me.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
going grey
Yeah.
or purple.
No, they're not going. No,
No, they're staying perfect, and they're just becoming back a lighter shade of what I did. It's great.
Yeah. Yes, they're not. You've got the benefit. You've got the benefit of the fact that they are not that they're not going funky colours, but there is a longer gap, isn't there? Rather than for some of them.
I mean, I know that some people might think, well, that's not as good if you're not seeing your customer every single year, but it's actually better because it means you're going to have that client for longer, because you can't tattoo someone every year forever.
No.
You know,
No.
so it's nice being able to do that, have your clients go longer.
So have you got any so when you're talking about colour theory and things like that, how do you describe it? How do you, because we haven't got like a modified, well, we do have, for obviously we have a couple, but we don't tend to use on new skin, we don't tend to use modifiers. We use obviously a mixture of warm, neutrals and cools, and light, mediums and darks. So how do you explain, because a lot of people struggle with the kind of the undertones of the skin?
I honestly tell my students to trust the flow chart. You know, look at the client's skin, look at the hair colour, look at their eye colour, follow the flow chart down, and then look at the jewellery they're wearing. If you need to have your gold and silver or paper beside them, you know, all these little tips. Look at the colours underneath their eyes, as in bluey, purpley tones. If they come in full of makeup, ask them to take it off. You know, just figure it out. I always tell, with other brands that I've worked with in the past, it was, if someone's cool, you must warm it up. And it took me a while to trust Colour Essence not doing that.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was like, I was just like, oh, I'll just put it in. I'll just put a bit of delicious toffee in. I'll just put a bit of Sunny Simpson, and I'll just put a bit of obvious orange in, just in case. And it took me a long time to say, do you know what? I'm not going to do that today. And
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah. 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 You don't need the same. You don't need, especially if your work is light. If your work is fairly light.
No, I'm just answering somebody's question.
Jasper's answering this question. Do we want to share the question?
If we have S&P pigment, so I'm just replying to that.
We do have S&P pigments. Yes, we do. So what would be your advice to so the beginners out there that maybe don't get the support that your beginners do, and are struggling, and they get, oh God, so many mixed, they'll put it out there in the on a group, not necessarily ours, but on a group, and everybody has a different opinion. What is your kind of answer to help people?
It's hard, because depending on where they've done the training, if they've done the training somewhere that we know is a reputable place, with a person that knows what they're talking about, they're not telling the person a lot of rubbish, and they're there for them when they've finished their course, then it's entirely different. But if it was one of my students, I would say just put your blinkers on and only listen to the people that I tell you to listen to, and if in doubt, I mean, I play the game, I've told you that, what would Debbie do? I love it. It's like, I love to get in before you and say what colour, because then when you go in and say what colour, I'm like, yes, I got it right, or I was wrong there.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's definitely wrongs. You don't come out with a wrong.
But you'd need to really not know what you were doing at all to get it wrong, because colorescents are so easy, don't you think?
Yeah, and they're very forgiving. So yeah, they're very forgiving. I think my rule is no cool colours alone. That's my number one rule, but especially with if your pressure isn't 100%, because also, you know, if you've got brows and your skin on the brow bone is so thin, it's so easy to go deeper. And yeah, and then obviously purple lips, you've got to get,
Yeah.
You've got to get that warm in, you know. So have you got a favourite lip? What's your go-to for lips, do you think?
Lips at the moment is Shiny Lobster mixed with Naturally Attractive. Absolutely love it.
Oh yes, nice mix. Yeah.
Oh, that's what I want next. So nice.
Yeah, that's lovely actually, isn't it?
It's
Yeah.
just a fresh corally pink. It's lovely.
Yeah, it's the colour that suits practically everything, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's the colour that suits absolutely everything. Right, just to say, we've got a couple of minutes left. 4 minutes. So, God, that went quick. It's going very, very, very quick. So, you teach powder brows, hairstroke brows, hybrid brows. What's your favourite? Do you have a favourite?
My go-to is hair strokes, because I think I spent that long practicing them, trying to get half decent, good at them, that's what my portfolio tends to showcase most. So when people come in, that's what they're asking for. I'd love to do more powder brows, but I've got to try really hard to talk my clients into it, because all they tend to see on my page is hair stroke, hair stroke, hair stroke.
Yes.
You know,
yeah.
And I love doing a powder brow, but I would definitely say my go-to is hair stroke.
Yeah. Okay. And have you got the new dermograph? Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you tried our needles?
Yep.
That number 1 for hair strokes it's so fine, isn't it?
It is lovely. I just think it's such a gentle handpiece.
Oh, it's fun. Yeah.
It's so gentle. Sometimes I'm like, I'm going to have to press harder. So gentle. Which is great, you know, because you're confident that you might do your wipe and it's not in, but you're never going to go too deep if you're careful with it.
Yeah, you get a second chance.
But I still prefer the classic machine.
Yeah.
I love the easiness and the quickness of the cartridge needles in the new machine. I love the fact that, you know, it's good for everyone. Everyone can use it on whatever needles they want to use. And I just think though, when I've got someone in my bed that I think, oh, that sounded bad. When someone's on the bed and I look at their skin and I think, oh God, these brows are going to be lovely before I've even started because they've got nice skin, I bring out the Rolls Royce.
Right, okay, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I have to say, I do for vascular eyelids.
Yeah.
Somebody wants a big eyeline. And
the girl that I was teaching at the beginning of the month, I ordered her the new multi-talent with the new dermograph, and within about 4 days I messaged saying, can I get one? Because I used hers and I was like, oh, I like this.
I have to say it was I was a bit like, oh, I love my classic, but yeah, I'm absolutely sold now. So, and I actually find the 3 micro, oh, we've got 1 minute. I find for powder brows, I love that 3 micro.
Yeah, 1 and 3, 1 and 3 all day long.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally. So have you had a play with the Magnum yet?
I did an eyeliner with it a couple of days ago, but it was the ladies' follow-up. So I thought I'll just have a play and see what it's like. It was good. It was nice. I don't think it would be my go-to, but it was fine.
Yeah.
And I did do a second session for someone on the lips with it too. Colour flew in, it was super, super fast, but I felt that I still had to then switch needles to go to a different one just to tidy up at the end, if you like.
Yes, I have to say, I absolutely love it for lips, but I need my 1 on my 3 micro just to be refining the edges and things like that. Yeah. Oh my God, we're off. Right. Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.